first and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Herbert to throw right away. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, it's Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now a run with Pacheco. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Now they try with Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run with Pacheco. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On the give, it's Warren. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now it's Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll run it, Warren. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Herbert has it knocked free, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
On the move to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 65 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 39 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Warren. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Herbert on first down now. This one completes Alec Pierce. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 117 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Pacheco once again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football. And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Pacheco. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there. And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Herbert. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Herbert now. Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Warren. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jake Ferguson from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff now for Pacheco. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On 1st and 10, Herbert. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert operating from the red zone. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Herbert throwing again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.